We in there.
I mean,
Pull up. Somebody pull on your phone too.
kind of. That's what I'll pull up.
Kind.
Yeah.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Give us 1 second.
Said you with the Luke 19 on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put that on deck.
Gotcha.
All right, we in there. Hey, shalom, Akim. All right. Hey, this GMS Charlotte. GMS Tampa Bay.
That's right.
All right. Back at you with another lesson. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, these brothers were able to make it down here, you know, and fellowship, man. You know, that's what it's all about. The Lord is always with doing the work.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So before I go on, I want to say, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And double salutation to you, sincere Akim, the house of David that's laboring in this work with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
And man, we just say, we in the spirit, you know. Title of the lesson, man, measuring your talents, utilizing your gifts. All right? Because you got to understand, man, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's going to require of what you've done on this side, man. Okay? He all blessed us with talents. He all blessed us with certain diversities of gifts or whatnot. So how are we utilizing them, man? You know, the scripture's going into 2 Peter about what manner of persons we ought to be in all holy conversation, man. All right? And that part of that conduct is doing the work, man. You know? Pushing this word, man. Doing what Yahweh Shemel Shai told us to do, man. Because remember, all right, he's coming back to collect, man. All right?
And if I may say this real quick, because just like when you go to work at a job, they have an employee handbook, and in that employee handbook, they have a code of conduct. You know, and the code of conduct here in this truth is to be pushing, pushing this word, man, and to, like brother said, we about to get into, man, building that usury up. You know, letting that interest build upon the spirits and the gifts that the Lord has given you.
Even more now, if I may say too, even more now because of the climate of the world right now, especially of what we're going through as a body. Okay, this is the time to really go out there and push, and really really believe what you're doing. Really believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai, calling Yahweh Shemel Shai, and ask Him to increase you in whatever talent the Lord has given you.
Right. Hey, that's a good point. He said, really believe in what you're doing, man. Because there's a lot of men in this faith that don't really believe that what they're doing, man. That's why you got niggas that fall out, that get weak, so on and so forth, man. But just adding on to the spirit, there's a spiritual quota, so to speak, that we have to meet for the Lord, man. You know, and the Lord has it to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But in the spirit, we gotta labor, man. You know. Go ahead. I got something.
No, I got that Luke 19.
Con.
This is Luke 19, and we're going to start at verse 12. But before that, the scripture, the sword that I got here has a little intersect title for this section, and it says, Parable of the 10 Pounds, the Postponed Kingdom.
Yep. It said the postponed kingdom, man. We got to put the work in before we can receive it, man. You see what I'm saying? As we were going into, man, the Lord is going to require of your talents, man, of how you utilize your gifts on this side, man. What have you done to earn the kingdom, man? All right, but until then it's postponed, so because we got work to do. All right, go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 19, verse 12, and it reads, He said, Therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return.
Right, and we know this is going into Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, okay? He's that nobleman, okay? Go ahead.
And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
Right, so this is what Yahweh Shai said to his servants, man. Occupy till I come, meaning deal in this truth, man. Do the work. You see what I'm saying? All right, that's part of that talent, man. Deal this word, push this truth, man. All right, feed the sheep, okay?
Because that's the true show forth of the labor of love, man. Because if then Yahweh Shai tell Peter 3 times that if you love me, feed my sheep. So that's the true form to show that you really believe in the Lord is by doing His work, man. Because if you truly immerse in His word, you on fire for the truth. And we're the caretaker of the flock, man. So we got to make sure that the sheep are getting fed. To whatever type of video that you make, where you got brothers that go into prophecy. Keep brothers on the point of the times, man. Where you go into spiritual gifts or whatever the case may be, whatever talent the Lord gave you to exercise, man, you gotta use it, man.
God.
You know?
Hey, Salaki. No, I was just gonna say, can you read that scripture one more time, Bible? Because I looked in that word occupy to occupy, right?
Okay.
Go ahead, read that one more time, Bible.
Okay. Luke 19:13, it says, and he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come.
All right, so this is G 4231. I can't really pronounce that. I'm gonna try the pragmatu amahi, whatever is Greek, man. It says to be occupied in anything, to carry on a business, to carry on the business of a banker or trader. And who's that trader right now? Yahweh Shai, because he's giving us those pounds to increase on those talents until he comes back, right? So I got the origin of that word in G 4229. It says that which has been done, a deed, an accomplished fact, what is done or being accomplished, business, a commercial transaction, a matter of question, affair, in a forensic sense, a matter at law, case, suit, that which is or exists a thing, man. Okay, so we was commanded to go do this, man. All right, like how was shot, occupy till it come, like this is a law, man. All right, because the Lord set up prophets, he set up watchmen.
Bring the precept you brought back, bring that back for him.
Okay, come. Oh, the Thessalonians.
Yeah, then get yours.
Right, then we'll segue back.
Satan was hating.
For real.
All right, we back on here.
We in there? All right, Kyle, we have some technical difficulties. Anyway, I'm going to bring the scripture back up. All right, 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 2. And it reads, we give thanks to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah for you all making mention of you in our prayers, remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience of hope in our Lord Yahweh Shai in the sight of our power and our Father. Okay, so it said remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love, man. So that's back to feeding the sheep, all right? Verse 4. Knowing, brethren, beloved, your election of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Scriptures say work your work to receive. Call election short, man. I'm paraphrasing, man. So as I was saying, man, it all ties in together, man. Okay, part of that talent, man.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, like this is the least we can do, you know, while being in this flesh. You know, we're in this filthy flesh. We're like our righteousness is what, filthy rags, right? So I mean, the least we can do is put out some work. All right, here it is. We have this beautiful knowledge that's been given unto us. The least we can do is feed the sheep, go out there and push it out according to what we know, according to our will, not our will, but to our talents. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So this is a reasonable service that we put out here, just going out and preaching the word. Okay, we from what we've learned through our apostles, okay, all right, through prudence, studying, okay, it makes sense for us to do this, and the Lord, you gotta remember what the Lord did for us, okay, that's the first and foremost. You gotta remember what the Lord did for us as a nation. He gave His life for us, okay, so we need to give our lives back for Him, for His sacrifice, So we're gonna sacrifice our lives the same way, all right. And it goes through what time? We give up the world.
That's right.
Okay, so we give up our lives for this. All right, and that's the same thing that we beseech you to do. Go ahead, brother.
Con, you speak about you know, this is our light labor, right? Because we were bought with a price, man. You know, because we're indebted to Yahweh Shah for him going on the cross for us, man. Because the Lord willing would be those members of the elect, man. That's who the Lord went up on the cross for. Ultimately, it was for all Israel, but on this side right now, it's mainly for the elect, man.
That's right.
You know? If I get that precept real quick, Baba Shah.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 20, and it reads, "For ye are bought with a price, therefore glorify the power in your body and in your spirit, which are God's."
Right, because we owe Yahweh Shah our lives, man. Because under the first covenant, we're supposed to be dead right now, man. So all you guys talking about keep the law, man. We can't keep the law. So according to the first law, which y'all pushing, we're supposed to be destroyed, man. You know, because we're like the brother said, our righteousness is our filthy rags, man. Because though we try to strive to keep the law, man, we still go off in our everyday life because this damn devil has it in this society to where even when you're trying to walk in the way of righteousness, we still go off, man.
It's hard to be righteous.
We put these clothes on is going off because it's mixed fabric. You brush your teeth, you brush your hair, it's pork and everything, man. You know, it's fucking chemicals. We go off every day, man. So through the grace of Yahweh Shemel Shah that we're able to do these things, man. But the labor that we're pushing out, this is a light thing for Yahweh Shemel Shah to allow us to do this work, man, because through that law from the first covenant, man, that was a heavy labor, man. You know, to do that shit. Which I have a precept to speak on that. This is Matthew chapter 11. I'm gonna start at verse 28, and it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." All right, it says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest into your souls," man. Because in this world, even before coming into the truth, man, you know, we labored in everything that, you know, what we so-called gave passion to, man. Whether it was actually your physical job, your passion, your so-called dreams or whatever. And we push hard for that shit. But now that we have the meaning of life, now we know our purpose here, man. We gotta go much harder, man. And how about Shemel Shah? You know, he actually Yahweh sent Yahweh Shah down here to make that easier for us, man.
Right.
Because now that we know, like it tells you in Ecclesiastes 12, that we know the purpose of man is to serve Yahweh Shemel Shah, to keep the law, right? So now that I'm gonna keep going until I make my point. Verse 30. "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Can you get that word yoke in the blue letter?
All right, this is the word Salakia yoke. This is G22:18.
Get the second definition on the B.
It says metaphorically used of any burden or bondage.
The second one. The two eyes.
The two. Oh, which one's Salakia? Because I'm on my muscle.
The two.
Okay, Connor. It says of troublesome laws imposed on one, especially of the Mosaic law. Hence, the name is also transferred to the commands of Hamashiach. That's to contrast them with the commands of the Pharisees, which were a veritable yoke. Yet even Hamashiach's commands must be submitted to, though easier to be kept. Oh man, that's
the second covenant, man.
Yeah.
So through the first covenant, that he knew that we couldn't keep that all the way, man. So when you had like the Pharisees, which the modern day Pharisees and Sadducees, the wicked ones, all these other camps such as IUIC, ISUK and whatnot, that's stressing the law, we can't keep the law, man. So then you put more bondage on Israel that's coming to Israel, knowing who they are again, to try to keep the law perfect when we can't. So all your house shot said to do is when we come to serve him, just feed the sheep, keep the laws to the best of the ability, and that's how you gonna make it, man. You know, just follow my instructions, and you're gonna be good.
Right.
So he made it easy for us, man. So with that being said, we're in debt to the Lord, man, because he made it easier for us.
Right. Hey, go ahead.
Real quick, I got a quick precept since he said that. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 10. It says that as every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High, man.
Yep, you got it.
And that manifold, man, is that plan that the Lord has given every single brother, man. Like we were speaking earlier, man, we're all working on that same vineyard, but every brother got his own lot. Every brother has his own spot that he needs to work on. Okay, I got to tend to these flowers, or I got to tend to this livestock, you know, or I'm the guy who does this or that, you know, and that's the manifold of the Lord, man. The manifold of the Lord that he's given to every single one of us to to do, because what we've been going through that tribulation, we've been going through that fire. That's the hiring process.
Right.
Yup,
Lord's
yup.
top here.
The Lord's been choosing his employees that he wanted to work at the vineyard, man.
God.
Those that were
That's
found
heavy.
redeemable got the job, man.
God.
And hey, that's what we strive for, and that's what we got to keep pushing to the end, man. 'Cause that's what we're striving for.
And that goes back to what we was talking about in the lesson about the talents. You know what I'm saying? Just finishing that off, because all that ties in. You know,
exactly.
finish that out in Luke 19.
Okay.
You can start back at 12 and read down to. You can read down. Yeah, read down to 22.
Before you get that, can I get one more precept?
Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter 1 and 10. You know, just harp on that point.
Okay.
It says, whether for the rather give diligence to make your call and election sure.
God.
For if you do these things, you shall never fail.
There
So
you go.
you utilize these talents, man. You continue to feed the flock to whatever talent the Lord gave you. You're never gonna fail, man. You know, you gonna make your effort sing to your how about Shemal Shalom. Be like, all right, man. I didn't throw all these tests at this man. He's used my words to overcome these tests, man. Hey, I'm gonna save that man.
Hey, and that's the same way when you look at it in a worldly fashion. The guy who stands out most of the bosses, the guy who gets the raise, the guy who gets moved up in the company.
Yup.
You know, and what's the company? The first and foremost, the body of the Lord, man.
That's right.
We're all amongst great men in this truth, man, and we're all striving for the boss to see us, to push us, because what we're not the men here at Great Millstone, we're not the only guys out here doing this truth, man. You got these other camps out there, but we're doing that work so that the Lord says, "Oh, I see, okay, that guy stands out. He's going above and beyond, man. He's sacrificing the most for me, man."
And what it comes down to is it's all through faith. You know, that's really what separates us from them. It's faith. Let me just bring this out real quick before you get back to that. I know, I'm sloppy.
Spirit for real.
This is Ephesians 2. I'm gonna start at 5 and go on down to 8. Even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace ye are saved, and hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Hamashiach Yahushai, that in ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness towards us through Hamashiach Yahushai. Is the point. For by grace ye are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is a gift from the Most High. So really, honestly, ultimately, it's faith that is really what's going to save us out of this mess, not keeping the laws. Keeping the laws, we keep the laws through faith, of course. We keep the laws to the best of our abilities through faith, because we understand that if we purposely break them, you know, there's going to be a penalty for that. All right? So we do keep the laws through faith, but we can't keep all the laws. I can't go out and exact judgment on homosexual. That's not righteous. It's righteous, but it's not expedient.
It's not expedient. Yeah.
All right? So we do what we can do in a wicked kingdom through faith. All right, and that's what separates us from them. Okay, now go ahead and get that.
Good point.
Let me start back at Luke 19 and verse 13. It says, "And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, Occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him, and sent a message after him, saying, We will not have this man to reign over us."
Right, and that's what 2/3 say, man. They in that same spirit to this very day, man. They won't hearken unto the words of the Lord. They refuse to hear the message. All right, so we know what's going to come unto them, man. We know what the judgment is for not hearkening on the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You know, keep going.
Hey, because real quick, it going back to verse 12. It said, "A certain nobleman," which is talking about Yahushai, went into a far country, and that's talking about Israel, because our people. Especially the 2/3, they went far from the Lord, man. You know, so that's that far country, and now here it is. You get the people talking smack to the nobleman that came back to take his kingdom, man. This is verse 14. It says, "But his citizens hated him, and sent a message after him," and that's why the Lord only had 10 servants that he called. He didn't call all the citizens. He didn't call the whole people of the country. He called his 10 servants, man. A chosen few. All right. The same thing that Yahushai, who that nobleman is talking about, is coming to do, man. Collect his 10 servants, man. Come to get those chosen men.
That's spiritual.
That's spiritual. Matthew 22 and 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. You know, because like I said, man, the Lord isn't making everybody. He ain't calling everybody to this thing, man. But the few men that he is calling, he's trying to see if they're acceptable for the job, man. But like you said, this is that hiring period right now. And if these guys don't meet expectations, what happens? They get cut, they get fired or whatever, man.
Exactly. And even on the scale of what it's speaking here, where it talks about the citizens hated him, all right, he sent his 10 men and he told them to occupy. When you think about Esau's military and they go occupy a nation, they make it known that that country, hey, we're coming in the name of America.
Yeah.
So he sent his servants, God sent his servants to say occupy. So we walking around amongst the citizens telling them, Yahweh Shai, this is his kingdom.
That's right.
And the people are hating him for it.
And that's why the scriptures say to go lift up the standard, man.
Yep.
Go lift up that banner for the people, man. Because the true prophets of the Lord, the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai are out there lifting up that banner, man. You know, this truth is the standard that's being pushed, man. We come in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. His kingdom is on the way. The kingdom is at hand.
Right.
You know?
Because we come in the state of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So we're establishing Israel because aren't the Most High Yahweh Shai Israelites? So he's establishing that, man.
Because real quick, you know, the scripture says that the borrower is subject unto the lender.
God,
the Lord, he sacrificed his life, so that's a debt that we owe unto the Lord.
Yes.
We're indebted, so we gotta do what we gotta serve him. You know, we're serving something to him.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Like we said earlier, Yahweh Shai said, anybody who doesn't want to come serve me, slave before me, and slave.
That's a good precept to that too.
Yeah, real quick, if I could just bring this up before we move on. You know, because we're talking about doing the work. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 1. He that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and we do our best to give our mind to the Lord, to the best of our ability. We give our whole mind to the Lord, even if we can't keep the law to the best, perfectly. We give our mind to the Lord. Okay, so when we see something that's awful, we can't exact judgment. We keeping our mind to that, like, man, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, you know what I'm saying. But he that giveth mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out wisdom in all of the ancients, and be occupied in prophecies. So we are to be occupied in the prophecies that are written within this book. So that's our job. Okay, that's what we were hired to do.
That's right.
Okay, and there's still positions open.
That's right.
Okay, so that's why we're out here. We have to show the example so that the others can come in and take up pick up a shovel, so to speak.
Get to work.
Yeah, get to work, because we really don't have much time left. And at the end of the day, man, there's still work to be done, and we need more bodies. Okay, all right, but they got to be able bodies.
I got a precept for you. This is Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, worship Yahweh for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy.
Yep. And on top of that, real quick, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Which is the spirit.
The spirit of Yahweh Shai. Come on now. Hey, Yahweh Shai is going to be pushed whether you like it or not.
That's right.
Because like I said, we're indebted to him. So as fellow servants of Yahweh Shai, man, we're here to put forth that work that he left for us, man.
And another thing that separates us from a lot of these other camps. All right, the majority of them. Okay, because there's other camps that don't have GMS on the name that are doing the right thing. So I'm not going to act like they don't exist. But the majority of these camps out there, that's another thing that separates us. We're talking about faith and what? Prophecy. We preach prophecy. Okay, we understand prophecy. Okay. And that's really what's going to wake up the people. When they see what's written in the book and they see what's happening in the news, that's what's going to bring these people over to the truth.
That's right.
Okay? Because honestly, nobody else is talking about this but us. Why is it only just us?
Right.
Okay, it's just us that's talking about it. We're occupied. That's all we care about. Okay, it's getting the hell out of here. We see that happening in the news. Oh shit, that's right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and we like, yo, you see this? Yo, let me read the scripture. Boom, look right here. Look up CNN. Boom, there it is right there. See, it wakes people up. All right, that's what's gonna get us ultimately what's gonna get us out of here.
That's right, brother.
All right.
That's right.
So back in Luke chapter 19, verse 15, it said, and it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
Right. And the pounds, the money represents the knowledge, the truth, man. dealing in his work, doing what you got to do to feed the sheep. Keep reading out.
Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds.
Right, so that could be equivalent to a brother, gaining 10 brothers, or whatnot,
Right.
using his gift and receiving 10 brothers, that's how the Lord will do, And what this scripture talk about, you should know a tree by its fruit,
Yeah.
Kind
Yep.
Go ahead.
Hey, and real quick, just off of that one man, you see how the Lord gained back already what he spent.
True.
He gave up only 10 pounds. Of
True.
that
One man flipped it.
Yep.
He flipped it.
Yep.
So right there, he already got what he put in.
Hey,
But now he's expecting more
God.
for the rest of them there.
Slackies.
one thing I want to say real quick, because Yahweh Shah was the ultimate hustler. I mean,
That's right.
Yeah.
he took the work that Yahweh gave him and he flipped it. Like I said, he's already got back what he spent plus more, and he's still getting it, man.
And it say right here in that verse, in my sword, it has where it says he took that pound. It says it was $49.50, and then it says he had gained 10 pounds, so that $49.50 went to $495.
Come on, that's not.
And that's in the sword.
That's not what I'm saying.
Come
Hey,
on, man.
That's how you know that Yahweh Shah was a Jake, man.
God.
That was he was an Israelite, man.
Because Jay, that's what Jay still do on the streets.
Right, but let's say stacking and flipping it, right?
And that's spiritual. That just let you know that the brothers that's really out here sincerely doing the work is not in vain. Because think about it. If it says that this one brother gained 10 pounds, just think about the brothers that's doing the work now. How many souls have been converted because you've been teaching?
Because you
know?
You think about like the prayer the brother threw up before we start the video.
Yeah.
All right, if we reach one brother, that one brother would take what he learned and go flip that, and then he gained brothers.
Come on,
it's
a spread effect.
Right.
Yeah.
Pyramid scheme.
Come on. A righteous brother.
You know?
A righteous brother.
Hey, but that's how the spirit pyramid scheme,
Yep.
You got it, bro.
And shalom to Akim on the comment.
Hey,
Shalom.
Luke 19, verse 16, it says, Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in very little.
In a very little, man. Every brother's faith is different, man. But that very little bit of faith he had, he used that, and look what happened to him. Look how the Lord blessed him. Go ahead.
Because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities.
Yep. Keep going.
And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities.
Right. So, but he didn't gain as many as the 10-pound brother, the other brother, but still. It's still a come up. He flipped his talent.
Right.
He got given a pound and he came away with 5 cities. Not only did Yahweh Shai benefit, but he benefited.
And that could just be some encouragement to certain brothers that may feel like, well, I don't speak very well, you know what I'm saying, or I'm not very good at that. Nah, don't have that spirit, man. Do what you do. Do what the Lord gave you, man.
Hey,
work what the Lord gave you, man.
It's always somebody that's prescribed to your spirit, man. So your brother gonna watch specifically you, because there's something about how you teach or the spirit you come in that relate to that brother. Gonna make you grow in that. You can't never get in that. Well, don't nobody watch me spirit, because we all know Esau plays with the views and all that shit, man. So that don't matter. At the end of the day, like the brother said, man, if you can reach one brother, that one brother can do miracles, man. So that's we gotta get out of that. One of the big what's that? That views. We don't care about views, man.
Right.
All that.
Right. Can I get this right quick through the spirit, man? Since we're talking about it, this is the book of Romans chapter 12. I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. There you go, man. We don't have the same office. You got brothers with different spirits, man. Like we was talking about it in a video earlier this week, man. You got a brother that's real good at holding the sounds, a brother that's real good at speaking, brother that's real good with going into history and so on and so in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. We got different offices, but we conjoined in one body. And our body is Yahweh Shah Mashiach, right?
And just to add on to that too, it's not even about speaking. It's brothers that's help, man. It's the brothers of people of the 1/3 that's still contributing to the body. That's not being seen on the front line.
Right, you got secret disciples, things like that. You know,
you got people who specifically come by the camp and just drop water off.
Right.
hey man, you don't understand what you're doing. You don't understand what you just did. Like you might have just gained yourself some serious salvation. All right, you gain the kingdom of heaven by doing that. And people, and there's brothers out there to do that. There's sisters out there. You gotta remember 1/3 too. Okay. So I mean, there's a lot of work in this thing that needs to be done.
That's right.
And all we asking brothers to do is just pick up your shovel, man. Pick up do your lot. Do your part, okay? Because we're in the home stretch right now, and shit needs to get done. All right? Because they're doing on their side. The wicked is doing what they're supposed to do. All right? But the righteous, all right? We're in a minority compared to the wicked. We have to do what we have to do to offset what they're doing. Okay? Go ahead.
Hey, this is Romans chapter 12, verse 5. It says, so we, being many, are one body in Hamashiach, and everyone members one of another. Yeah, you got brothers that land back and off of each other. That's why the spirit flow the way it flow, man. You may do, you and a brother may get up a 15-minute video, okay? Then you get some more brothers that stretch for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then you got brothers that link that feedback off of each other, man. That land back.
Read that again.
That says, so we, being many, are one body in Hamashiach, and everyone members one of another. All right, so we are joined unto each other, man. You got brothers in different camps that look. We got the Tampa brothers up here, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6, it says, and here's the point. It says, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. All right, it's all about your faith, man, because the scriptures say in Ephesians 2 and 8, it says, if I could get this Bible shot, it says, for by grace ye are saved through faith, and that is not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High. All right, faith is a gift, man. Okay, we was blessed with this. You know that Rakak with Dash. All right, to be able to to discern everything, to dissect everything in the spirit, starting with our elders and our apostles and their teachers before them. You know, we got different proportions of faith, man. You know, we got brothers that's a little bit weaker in the faith, like it was going into in Luke the 19th chapter. And then we got brothers that have a lot more faith, man. But that's all, we owe it all to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Do your measure, man.
God.
And that was it.
That was it, bro.
Okay, because the brother Ash put on the comment board from our camp, man, the Tampa camp. He put Sirach chapter 24 verse 34. It says, I read both. So we start with Sirach 24 and 34. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom.
Yep.
Fire.
Yep.
Right, because the elect all labor to get the same goal, which is salvation. In order to get salvation, you have to what? Grow in knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Because like Isaiah 33 and 6, that's going to be our wisdom and stability in that.
That's what's going to get us to the hell that's about to. Because y'all people don't, man. Yo, what's about to come upon this earth right now? Like a lot of y'all are really taking this shit for granted. This life that we live in, this running water and all that shit. Yo, you're gonna get hit with it, and you're not gonna be ready for it. So the brother just quoted that. All right, that Isaiah 30. You want someone want to quote it real quick, just for the sake of it?
Yep.
And I'll read this again. This is Sirach chapter 24, verse 34, and I'll read the next one in a minute. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom. So seeking, you gotta be seeking this wisdom, because the reason why you seeking wisdom, man, that's the main ingredient.
Right.
Okay? Knowledge and wisdom. That's what's gonna get you to the shit that's about to come on the earth.
Yeah. Right.
Okay? GMS, well, it's like Great Millstone, what Great Millstone pushes, and nobody else is pushing, is the prophecies that are to come, that have yet to come, which is pain, destruction, death and destruction is coming to America. So if you're not in a mindset of surviving those times, guess what? You're gonna die.
Right.
Okay? And the only way you're gonna be able to get through the times that are about to come is if you gain certain attributes, spiritual attributes such as knowledge and wisdom, understanding, faith, strength, patience, discernment.
Yes.
Those things.
Yes. If
you don't have those things, you're fucked. Straight up. I'm telling you right now, man to man, you're fucked. You're dead.
Go ahead. This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and the strength of salvation.
Right.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
You see? Go ahead. Speak.
Look, it say, cause like the brother said, man, that's the only thing you're gonna have in that day, because the internet gonna be gone, the brothers ain't gonna be on the highways, the Bible ain't no more, man. It's just gonna be you and what you learn in that day, man. So if you ain't got your how about Shemel Shah, man, you're going to be caught out there. And majority of you people, man, we're going to say it straight, man. Y'all going to catch it the worst way, man. Because y'all don't truly understand the significance of what's going on right now, man. The Lord is giving the measure unto the ones that He's testing to see who I'm going to be with in that day, man. Because the time we're coming into, especially within the persecution that we're about to face, man, is who's the one that's really going to ride for me in that time, man. And if you can't sit there and handle the heat that's about to come upon you, you're going to lose in that day, man. Because why would the Lord save somebody that's unwilling to fight for Him, man? And you get the fucking media coming upon us, man, talking all this shit, talking about how we terrorists and whatnot, man, and you folded. Why the hell would the Lord protect you in that day when you really getting tested out there with the martial law troops coming? You ain't ate in a week. You know, you looking for food, water, or whatever, man. Why would He save you in that day when you couldn't even stand up for Him when niggas was talking shit like they were in ancient world?
Worthless, man. You gonna say no worthless ass fucking nigga. Hey, man, we got tons of niggas out here, man. You think you guys gonna be saving them? Hey, man, you get it on the next side, bro.
Right.
You wasn't doing shit on this side.
Right.
All right. So the Lord's only gonna save His men. That's pushing His word.
So,
all right. You seeking wisdom. You learning. You trying to learn through the Spirit of the Lord. You really trying to learn. Guess what? The Lord's gonna have mercy. The Lord might have mercy on you.
God.
We don't even know if we're gonna get mercy. We might get put to death tonight. We might get bugged out tonight. We might shut off the live stream and then start cussing out, the doctrine and start teaching. So yeah, we don't know.
Real talk.
Okay, I'm just being real. Obviously, that's not the spirit over here. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, we don't know.
That's real shit.
Okay, we might turn off the live stream. Shalom everybody. Then we start cussing out the elders. Okay, the Lord put demons on you.
God, and He's done this example after example. So that's why you have to have fear of the Lord. But the people of the world don't. That's why I'm going to read it one more time, just for the sake. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation, for the fear of the Lord is our treasure. Because when we was going into before the camera come on, hey, the spiritual temple is being built now, man. Because if anybody remember that scripture where it talks about the name of the Lord is a righteous tower, run into it, man. Because we're gonna need that protection in that day, man. And so right now, through every brother has their own office that they're building up through the Spirit, man. That house is being built through the wisdom and knowledge of the Scriptures, man. So if you don't have that sanction of protection around you, you're gonna be caught out there, man. You're gonna get caught out in that covert storm, man.
God.
Yeah, this Proverbs chapter 18 verse 10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower.
The what of the Lord?
The name of the Lord. The name.
The name. That's essential, man. Cause that's one thing a lot of these cats play with is the name of the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is essential to have in those times that we're coming into, man. That's the beginning of knowledge, man. Besides the fear of the Lord, because if you don't have a name, who you gonna pray to when hell comes upon you, man?
Exactly.
When these troops come upon you, when you ain't ate, whenever your family's in danger, whatever the time you're coming into happens, what you gonna deal with in that day, man?
God.
So Yahweh Shema Shai is essential. But when you have this wisdom, the scripture tell you Proverbs 9:1 that the wisdom buildeth the house, man. God. And through that we can have that protection, man.
God. You continue on in that point, Baba Kasha?
Proverbs chapter 18 verse 10.
Read 11, Baba Kasha.
Khan. Verse 11. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as in high wall in his own conceit.
Yeah, because when you look at Esau here, and really all of these rich guys, they trust in their money, right? And the scriptures even tell you riches profit not in the day of wrath, right? So even as a rich man trusts in his wealth to save him, okay, we have to have the same for the Lord, because this is our riches, man. This was the knowledge and understanding. These are our spiritual riches, man. All right, but when it comes to these so-called rich, like these false prophets, let's just go ahead and start with them. These false prophets, the T.D. Jakes, Nates, Johannes, and all the rest of them. Okay, going on down to Esau and so on and so forth. All right, they trust in their conceits, man. They're deceived by the imagination of their own minds, So even as they're deceived by their money, man, we gotta trust in as they trust in their riches. We gotta trust in the Lord the same way, man. You gonna go hard for money. Hey, go hard for your Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
What's more important?
Exactly.
Because it says right here, Proverbs 8:11, for wisdom is better than rubies.
God.
For wisdom is better than rubies. And rubies is beautiful. And
God.
hey, man, look rubies up on the internet, man.
God.
For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
There we
Damn,
go.
that's
Okay.
That's a hard scripture right there.
God.
It says all things, right?
Got a little precept for you.
God.
Just to add on to how important wisdom is. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon 9:6. It says, "For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded." Right? So that's important, man. Wisdom is key. Wisdom of Solomon 9:6.
Can you read it one more time?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 and verse 6. "For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded." So look, a lot of people on this planet Earth claim they have wisdom. But if you don't have the wisdom of the scriptures, the Lord said you should be nothing regarded, man. So that means that without the wisdom of the Lord, you ain't shit, man. We call it straight. You know?
That's real.
No, you correct, because I'm gonna precept you. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, verse 28. It says, "For Yahweh Shemel Shah loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom."
That's crucial. So the Lord doesn't love, he said he loveth none but he that dwelleth with wisdom, man. Okay? That's heavy as hell, man. So that means that there's a lot of people out here that the Lord don't love. There's a reason why he has the 2/3. All right? There's a reason why the heathen nation is going to be destroyed, man. You know? You just got to be able to understand that. But that's if the Spirit of the Lord is with you. No?
Yeah, man.
Hey, y'all, you hold something? Give me Isaiah 49 real quick. You know? We know the point of the lesson, hey, we was just going in the Spirit, brothers, just bringing out things throughout the Spirit, man. But that's all part of the point of the lesson. You know, measuring your gifts, you know, utilizing your talents and whatnot. You know? But get that out.
Isaiah 49 and what?
Start at verse 3. Baba Kusha.
This is Isaiah chapter 49, verse 3. And it says, and said unto me, Thou art my servant, O Israel, on whom I will be glorified.
That's right. Man, that's what the brothers was going into. All of this is for the glorification of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Nothing else, man. It's not about us, you know, or none of that. It's about the Spirit of the Lord, man.
And again, going back to that analogy of a business, when you're an employee at a business, at the end of the day, you're not the one who gets glorified. It's the business. It's the name behind the business, which is the event. Behind the scenes is the owner, which in this case is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's who's getting glorified. That's who's getting the glory for what's happening in the world, man. We're just like we were going into earlier, and many brothers have said, man, we're just pawns in this thing, man. No matter what you are in this whole chess game, we're all pieces that, in the end of the day, we're not seeking our own glory. We're seeking for the Lord to be glorified, because that's why the Lord sent His people out, for His name to be glorified in the kingdom.
That's right. That's right. Keep going up.
Oh, yeah, kind of. So back in Isaiah 49 and verse 4, then I said, I have labored in vain, I have spent my strength for naught and in vain. Yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work with my power.
Keep reading. And
now saith Yahweh that formed me from the womb to be His servant, to bring Jacob again to Him.
Right, which is the point, man. You know, the Lord raised us up as His servants, man. You know, to bring what? To bring Jacob again to Him, man. Bring back the sheep, man, the lost sheep. You know, keep going.
Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of Yahweh, and my power shall be my strength.
Keep going.
And He said, It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel.
Right. You see? The Lord said it's a light thing, man.
It's a light thing.
You know?
Nothing.
Hey, this is what we're supposed to do. You know?
Because that's what I brought out in Matthew. You know, the Lord said, no, because His yoke is easy. You know, all He commanded us to do is to go and preach the word. Nothing more, nothing less. You ain't got to go out and try to make this big ass facade for yourself, trying to make it seem like you that top guy, because you know the Lord deals with the low and meek, man. You know? So just do what you got to do within your spirit, what the Lord expects of you, man. And you're gonna be rewarded for that, man.
Can I get this right quick, Baba Kushan? This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 16. This is the Apostle Paul. It says, For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of.
Uh-huh.
For necessity is laid upon
The
me.
necessity is laid upon me, man. This is what we're supposed to do. This is our purpose. Go ahead.
It says, yea, woe is me if I preach not the gospel.
You see, woe is me if I preach not the gospel. Woe unto all you other niggas out there that's sitting on your talents, man.
God.
You know, woe unto you if you preach not the gospel, man.
That's right.
You know the truth. You got the zeal of the Lord in you. You know, you all on social media putting scriptures on the comment board and shit. All on Facebook. You know, all on the YouTube and whatever social media platform. Get your ass out there and teach, man.
God.
You know.
And it says, if I preach not the gospel, gospel means good news, man. All right, we're not telling Sister Patterson she's going to get a Mercedes next week, man. All right, we're not telling Brother David and so on and so forth, you're going to get a big house. That's not the God. That's not good. That's not good news, man. That's prosperity in the world.
Or we got insurance coming up.
Yeah.
Health insurance.
That's smooth words, man. That's
Smooth words.
Hey, finish that verse 6 for me. Hey, hold Sirach 36. And 11 and 12, I want to add that in there too.
Isaiah 49 and 6, it says, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to rise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel.
To restore the preserved of Israel, man. The Yahweh Shem Shai has a preserved, select group of people that he's going to save, man. Okay?
That's right.
Keep going.
That's what I said. The few were chosen, man.
Yeah.
You know, he called a bunch of Israel into the truth.
Well, all Israel's called to serve the
True.
Lord.
Then
All
true.
Israel's
Right.
called. We all supposed to be serving the Lord, but only the few were chosen. You know?
Hey, good, the water, bro.
Good point. Yep.
It says, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
Right, and we are that light, man. You know, we're that light that shines in the dark place, man.
That's right.
You know? Give me Sirach 36, 11 and 12, just to add on to that
Can I give
real
a
quick.
precept real quick?
Okay, what you got?
Matthew 5 and 14.
I got you.
It says, I got the Sirach too. It says,
Okay, come.
It says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it on a bushel, but on a candlestick,
Right.
and give it light unto all that are in the house.
You see, so you're not, that ties in back to your talent, man. You know, it said you're not going to put that light under a bushel. You're not going to hide it. You know, you're going to let your light shine, man.
That's right.
You see?
Don't Jake sing that song in the world, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You know?
God.
Let your light shine, man. Don't be ashamed of your talent, man.
God.
Hey, whatever the Lord portion he gave you, hey, use it.
God.
Because that's going to bring a brother in, whether you know it or not, man.
God.
All right, you can have 0 views on your video, man, but we know Esau playing. Somebody watching it somewhere.
Yeah,
The angels see it.
Anything,
Yeah.
anything, man.
The Lord knows what you just did, man. You put that out there. You don't got a big following on your page. Big what, man? You put the work out there.
That's right.
And hey, and like you said, Esau be screwing around with the views. Maybe somebody did watch it, and maybe they uploaded it to their channel.
Yep.
Right.
Who knows? No, who cares?
Exactly.
You're putting your work in for the Lord,
Right.
and the Lord sees it. You don't think the Lord don't see what you just did?
God.
Even if none of these human beings on it, it's like 7-8 billion people on the earth. Nobody saw what your video is. You put a beautiful video and nobody saw it.
Come on, man.
Guess what?
Come on, man.
Your labors aren't in vain, bro.
Right.
Okay, so you have an obligation. You understand this truth. You have an obligation to go out there and push it. You can't be out there on no damn keyboard like the brother put keyboard lights. Keyboard lights. That's your nationality.
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah, man. Fuck out of here. We don't need those.
Right,
Nah,
right. And those be the main jakes be on the comment board trying to correct you.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, bro.
I hate that shit. Then you ain't got no videos or nothing but trying to tell you what the scripture really mean or you going off and all that, man. You niggas is crazy,
Where
man.
was you at?
You know?
This verse 16. It says, "Light your light, let your light shine, let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Because at the end of the day, this is what we're doing it for. We ain't doing this for self-glorification, man. We use our talent to show you that, hey, when we start the video, we give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Because without him, none of this would be possible, man. We wouldn't be able to give you the breakdowns. We wouldn't be able to go into the parables and nothing.
God.
It's all through the Lord, man.
Yep.
We'd be bugged out with these other people.
Mhm.
God.
If it wasn't for the mercy of the Lord that he gave us this knowledge, Because that's a benefit to
Yeah.
have this knowledge.
God.
Again, that's a gift in its own to be able to have this understanding.
God.
The Lord didn't give that to us, man. We'd be just like these other niggas.
Smoking
out here.
cigarettes and shit.
Yeah,
in the world, man.
God. Because if I could add, man, the scriptures say knowledge puffeth up, man. And that's what happened to these fallout guys, man. We don't gotta say no names. We know who you guys are.
Right.
You know, they started feeling themselves a little bit too much because maybe you got, you know, some sincere sisters come up to the camp. Oh, I know you from wherever, or it's even some brothers come up to the camp. Oh, I know you breaking down the scriptures real good. It's like, oh shit, you know, hey, people watching me, shit, but it's not about you, man. It never has been about you, man. All right, the scripture say the Lord is able to raise up stones, man. Okay, to come push out this word, so you don't matter. All right, and the Apostle Paul is a beautiful example of that. Just stressing that whole thing. Hey, it's not about me. I have no glory in myself, man.
That's right.
You know, so all that vainglory shit, it's out the window, man. It's not about you.
That's right.
I got one scripture real quick that the brother GMS Salt put up. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
That's right.
Okay, so we said to prophesy unto the wind.
God.
All right. Who cares who's listening, who's sitting there listening, paying attention or whatever? If you don't see anybody listening upon what you could perceive, don't worry about it. Prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy unto the air. Okay, because guess what? The wind's gonna carry that. All right, one way or another. Okay. So at the end of the day, if you don't see anybody listening, if you got 1 view, 2 views, whatever, 0 views, okay, it doesn't matter. It's gonna get to the ears that it's supposed to. Whether it be somebody of the elect, or whether it be the angels bringing that back up to the Lord, saying, "Hey, man, your servant's doing the work." You know, yeah, because you're still a servant. You're still serving the Lord. You're putting your body up as a living sacrifice, as a reasonable service. Okay, you're still doing it. Okay, who cares if none of these cats are here listening, man? The Lord saw it. Go ahead. I know somebody wants to say something.
God. I got you right now. So I went into that scripture, Ezekiel 37 and 9, right? That word breath, man. Let me get to the point. It says definition of 1C. It says spirit is that which breathes quickly in animation or agitation. Spirit, animation, vivacity, vigor, man. So going back to being on fire, man. All right, just breathe. All right, that word breath. It also goes back to inspiration because going back, what was it? Genesis. The Lord put the breath in Adam, man. That inspiration, all right, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says courage, temper, anger, impatience, patience, spirit, disposition, trouble, bitter, discontented. Let me see. Hold up. Verse 7. Definition 7. It says prophetic spirit, man. All right. Are we not prophets? Are we not supposed to be prophesying? All right. Like the brother was going into. It don't matter if you feel like no one is watching or not, man. The angel is always going to take the message back up to the Most High. You know?
I got anything else? I had a precept from the brother Hawad in the GMS North Carolina 24. 1 Peter 5 and 2. Feed the flock of Yahweh Shah, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. All right, so you're supposed to be feeding the flock. No, not because the elders say we gotta make 3 videos a week. Nah, man, you do it because of the love of the flock. If you love Yahweh Shah just for the love of doing the work, for thankfulness of having the spirit, and we pushing the videos, man. And it shouldn't be a thing of I gotta meet the quota, man. Hey, the Lord can feel the sincerity, and brothers can feel the sincerity when you actually do the video just for the sake of doing it, not because I gotta meet the quota, man. You know, it's not about that, man. Because you can make 3 videos a week and still be you can be a wicked ass dude, man. You know, that shit don't mean nothing, man. There's a sincerity behind it. Are you truly doing this for the sake of building up Israel, or are you trying to do this for the sake of men?
That statement right there. Me personally, it makes me examine my own self. You know, we want to make sure we're examining ourselves, make sure we're doing this for the Lord. Because really, the wisdom in this truth, all right, that's what makes us alive.
Yeah.
That's what, like you said, animates. You know, those are words that mean alive. Okay. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. Verse 25, for she is the breath of the power of the Most High.
That's right.
And a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty, therefore can no defiled thing fall onto her.
That's
So it says, for she is the breath of the power of the Heavenly Father. Okay, wisdom, somehow.
That's
Okay,
right.
so
right.
that's what keeps us alive, and again, that's what's gonna keep us stable in the time of trouble when that day comes, and that day is nigh, bro.
Yep.
Like we're like that's why you see the spirit is high in here, because we understand that something horrible is about to come.
right.
All right, and we don't want to go through that. And we're gonna have to go through it. It's not a choice.
Right.
All right, but you know we have faith in Yahweh Shai that he's gonna push us through it.
Preserve us.
Preserve us.
That's right.
We're gonna be part of that.
God.
We have faith in that. We are confident in that.
Huh.
All right, we don't know. We don't. I'm gonna make that clear. We don't know,
God.
but we're gonna make our call and election sure by doing what the Lord said to do. If we can at least do that, okay, let's do what the Lord said to do, and then maybe there's a chance. There's a small glimmering chance that He may have mercy on us, and
right.
possibly our loved ones.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay, because you got to remember the Lord. Yeah, the Lord. He's wrathful, but at the same time He's merciful.
God.
You know what I mean? I said the Lord beautiful the Lord is.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man. Stop playing around with this thing. Y'all understand how the beautiful the Lord is? And He's merciful. And he'll show mercy on us, and He'll show mercy on even our loved ones. But if you ain't doing the work, guess what? He gonna kill your loved one right in front of you.
God.
That's heavy.
God.
All right?
Why would He show mercy to you if you ain't sacrificing, man?
That's right.
Cause that's from Abraham all the way up until now. The Lord has always been about sacrifice, man. The Lord is about to have Abraham sacrifice Isaac, his only son, to show his dedication. So the law of sacrifice was done away with, man. So all we gotta do is just sacrifice our time. And how much more is that, man? We got 24 hours. Which, Jake spends half of the fucking day working. You get home and you spend the rest of your day bullshit, man. You can't give an hour or two into the Lord, man. Come on, man. Show you. A lot of you niggas, man, you take the Lord for granted. And it's gonna show in that day when the Lord takes your ass for granted, man.
Now there's one thing. I mean, yeah, every brother has their own measure of faith.
That's right.
All right, and their own lot in this thing, and that's why we can get back into the lesson real quick. I know we've been doing this long, but everybody has their own measure of faith. Okay, but you have to understand what your lot is in this thing, and you have to do it to the best of your ability.
That's right.
Okay, that's really what this lesson's about. If you don't know what your purpose is, here it is. You understand the truth. Okay, you understand that you're an Israelite. You know the tribe before you know the name of the Lord.
Yep.
But you're playing around with it. Well, guess what? The Lord's not gonna have mercy on you because you know. Oh, and you told a couple of people. You told your auntie or whatever. You told your coworker.
You posted a couple scriptures on
Yeah,
it.
you put it on Facebook. Well, my job is done.
God.
Nah, it don't work that way, dog.
Close the book.
Yeah, close the book. Nah, bro, you gotta come on, man. You gotta put your body up as a living sacrifice. You gotta put your all into this thing. Figure out what it is that your lot is. You got a camp around you. Yeah, you may not know all the scriptures, but maybe you can go listen with the brothers. And, throw them a vibe or something, man. Give them strength.
God.
Even if you don't know jack, you don't know jack shit. You don't know one scripture, but you believe. You heard enough and you believe. You go out there and stand with those brothers, man. Okay, or just buy a couple of waters. There's 4 brothers in the camp. You throw 4 bottles of water down, or whatever the case is, and just stand back and listen. Or do what you got to do during it. Man, come on, figure it out, man. You really believe? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Y'all really don't believe, man. Y'all gotta figure out what your lot is. And once you figure out what your lot is, then you're gonna do the best of your ability to fulfill that obligation to the Lord. And do it if it's just holding signs, if it's making signs, okay. If it's sending money, you got paper, or you got paper. You got dude, you got all this money. Oh, send some of that to the elders, so maybe they don't have to work.
That's right.
There it is. They've been working and doing the work for 30+ years, 20+ years, and you fucking around.
Yep.
Why don't you send some of that money to them so maybe they don't have to work, and maybe they can put more effort into feeding your punk ass, your black ass. I'm gonna say that. Okay, so figure out what your lot is, man. We all got our different lots. Some brothers are prophets. Some brothers are actual prophets. Maybe you're not a prophet, but maybe you're a help to that prophet. Maybe you'll save that prophet's life by giving him $15 so he can eat something.
God.
Okay?
And if I can add,
Please.
sum all that up. If you don't know, pray to the Lord for Him to open up your mind to figure out what your lot is, man.
Yeah, man.
The elder Monagon had a beautiful lesson where brothers don't know how to say that in Hebrew. Hey, go watch that lesson, man, and figure out ask the Lord to help you figure out what your lot is, so you can better serve the flock, man.
And say it in English. You don't know it in Hebrew. Say it in English.
Right.
If you put your whole spirit into it, you think the Lord's like, you said that shit in English, man. Fuck
Right.
that. Nah, man. Say it in English, man. The Lord knows your heart, and that is true. You know, you hear Christians say it all the time. Oh, the Lord knows my heart. Well, He does.
Yeah, God.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight. He does, and that's scary. So you got to keep that in mind. He does know your heart. So you faking a funk. Guess what? He knows that shit, and He's gonna call you out on that shit. He might kill you. He might kill you. He might kill your daughter. Okay, you gonna have to. Now you gotta live with that, because you was faking the funk the whole time. You was playing with it. And now your daughter caught some sort of disease, and she's not. You woke up and she's laying in the crib. She ain't breathing. You see how serious this is? But you was faking the funk. You was playing with it. You was putting scriptures on Facebook. No, that's not enough, bro. Do something, man. Okay, figure out what your lot is, bro.
And be spiritual about it, man. And the main thing, don't force it. You know.
Yep.
Don't force it, man, because they can tell. We can tell when brothers is doing too damn much, man. You know, scripture talk about being over righteous, man.
That's right.
Just because you know the name of the Lord don't mean nothing, man. If I get to the Bible, Sean.
God. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 21. It says, Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so just because you know Yahweh Shem Yahweh's name, don't mean that's an automatic ticket onto the chariot, man. All right, that's the entryway into the path, man. And once you in the path, you gotta walk the walk, man. You know, you gotta come into this thing and continue putting forth that effort, man. Just because you know the name, that's not my I'm gonna sit back and chill, you know, and just push videos every now and then, go to camp, put my garment on, put on the front. Nah, it's not about that, man. Right. Show forth, let Yahweh Shem Yahweh see your effort, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Read that again, bro.
Matthew 7 and 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Right. So if you're doing the will of the Lord, then you will see, you might have a chance to get into the kingdom, man.
Chance.
Chance.
Yep.
Because it's not guaranteed.
I might be saved.
Might.
That was Paul.
Come on, man.
As diligent as he was, he might get saved, man. That's why we're kind of the glory.
That's
humility, man.
Yeah,
that's
humility.
humility.
Took the words out of my mouth, bro.
There's difference in faith and false hope, man. You want to give yourself false hope, bro. You know, you gotta know. You gotta sincerely, put your work in, and then know that, man, I did this for the Lord in truth and sincerity. You know, the Lord, He's gonna be with me. He's gonna be with me.
God.
All right. Anybody got something?
You got it.
This is 1 Corinthians, going into your lots and what it is you're supposed to be doing. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse. I'll start at 3. Wherefore I give give you to understanding that no man speaking by the Spirit of the Most High calleth Hamashiach Yahushai accursed, and that no man can say that Hamashiach Yahushai is the Lord, but by the Holy Spirit. Moving on. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And I know the brother brought out Romans chapter 12 verse 4. I think I still got it. I got it right here. Romans 12 and 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office.
There you go.
Okay, so we gotta keep in mind that you may be not the most eloquent preacher, however, your faith is higher. Is high. Okay, your spirit is high. You may not be able to read these scriptures and break everything down like that, but you believe what you've heard, and you want to please the Heavenly Father. Okay, so that may be your lot. You maybe have to please Him in another manner. You have to figure out what that office is. All right.
And then if I can add to it,
Please.
I was saying before, man. But some brothers, you might just have to walk. Let your walking by example be your speech, man.
Oh.
You know?
You see?
Because like how you were saying, man. You know, we can talk the talk, man, but your actions will speak louder than your words, man.
That's
so
right.
you may not have the most eloquent speech. You know, you may not be able to break down, certain things. But we see like, all right. And this brother walk, his walk, we can tell he believed, man. And then now that established brothers, man.
Hey, cause what? Now you got the word, you received it. Now what? Now you stop eating shrimp, you stop smoking weed and cigarettes. Okay, you just gave all that shit up cold turkey. Okay, and now all your friends and your family looking at you like, yo, you changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because you have the fear of the Lord on him.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, and maybe he loves you, and maybe he wants a chance for you to be saved too.
Yeah.
Okay, but he has to get himself right. Okay, and he believes that, and he knows that, and maybe he can't go into all the scriptures and pull out precepts like that, you know, like brothers, all right, like elders. However, he's heard enough, and he's been fully persuaded. Okay, all right, and now he's like, all right, well, I got to get myself right. Let me start by keeping the laws I can keep. Okay, and it completely changes his life. And now everybody that sees him and knows him, oh man, that's that nigga. Oh no, he ain't a nigga no more. Something, he's changed.
Yep.
All right, and now you wondering, you looking at him now you asking him questions. Like, hey man, why you don't eat shrimp no more? Oh, it's dirty, it's unclean. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, first, just to land back on what you said, this is 1 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 6. And the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and shall be turned into another man.
God, you see that? Hey, and that's all through faith. So for you to be changed into another, just completely, that's a transformation. Okay.
1 Samuel.
That's the
First Samuel.
That's the new man.
That's the new. Yes. And the scriptures say what? Paul said, put off the old man. Okay. You see that? So you transform yourself. You basically transform. Matter of fact, you can go back to Romans 12 again, verse 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, and be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. So you transform yourself because you got cut. Hey, I remember when I first got the word, and I was first like, oh, I'm an Israelite. Oh shit. I'm over here watching the videos, but I'm rolling splits and all that shit. And then I started watching GMS. And I got the weed right there, rolled up, and then the brother, I said this before, the brother from San Francisco was the brother Gav from San Francisco. He's like, you know, you niggas out there smoking weed, y'all niggas get put to death. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, fuck. And the funny thing was, I heard it from ISUBK, I heard it from Zabak, and maybe from another camp too. But I didn't take it seriously until I heard it from a real man of the Lord. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Until I heard it from that man, I wasn't really persuaded until he said that. I'm like, man, fuck, man. God damn, bro.
If I could add on to your point, man, because this was said before, Jake is very impressionable, man.
Yes.
You know, that's why, like the brother Amwal was going into, that's why actions are so important. It's just, you can't be a nigga 6 days out of the week and then be a super Israelite on camp day and so on. That's what it's kind of, how the brother was going into, how he got convicted by hearing the brother got in the San Francisco camp saying, you niggas smoking weed, you going to die. You know, hey, every single brother in the Lord has had that fear on them. Like, oh shit, yeah, I'm messing up, man. You know, I gotta change my ways, man. You know, because Jake, he'll look at you. You can say that on camp day, and then that same dude that was listening to you, who really harkened onto you and was paying attention, he might see you later on in the week, man. You never know. And then look, he might catch you smoking some weed or a cigarette or something. It's just like, yo, this dude ain't right, man.
Ain't right. He don't care.
And that's gonna be a testimony against you.
Right. Because the scriptures talk about being a hypocrite, man.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I heard that, bro, I was shook. I was shook, bro. I was like, oh, I'm just telling you. I don't know if that brother's gonna hear this or what, but yeah, when I heard that, I was shook, bro. I was shook. I'm just being real with you. Verse 5, 1 Corinthians 12 and 5. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody has their different job. Okay, you're assigned to do this. You're assigned to do that.
Yep.
You're assigned to do it. But what are you serving? You're serving the same power. Just like when you at your job or whatever. You know, you got this person that cleans this. You got this person that answers emails. You got this person that actually talks to customers. But guess what? You're serving the same company, the same entity, so to speak. Verse 6, it says, and there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God, I'll say it like that, which worketh in all in all. So it's the diversity in operations, okay, meaning your lots, you got to do this, and it's going to go into it right here. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal, but to for to one is given the spirit of the word of wisdom. So you might have a brother in the camp that's that maybe he's a little older, maybe not, maybe he's younger, but he has that wisdom. Like this is an old, what the world would call an old soul.
Old soul, yo.
Okay, you see it in him, all right, and he just knows the right thing to say at the right time. You know, he has the spirit of wisdom, all right, or experience. Maybe he's been through some shit that the rest of the brothers ain't been through. Spirit of wisdom. What was that, Slucky? And another, the word of knowledge by the same spirit. So you got another brother that knows a lot. Okay, he's studious. Yep. Okay, he studied a lot and he's gained his knowledge up by the same by the same spirit. What do you say? By the same spirit. Yep. Okay. Yahbashim Yahshai. Verse 9. To another, faith by the same spirit. So you got another brother that you can tell that this brother's, his faith is on a high level. Like he may not know as much as the brother, he may not be as wise as this brother, but he believes, damn it. Yep. You know, and you know that you can see it in this brother. He's believing. He has the fear of the Lord. That's right. It'd be that same brother. You don't say much, but you know, brother be teaching. You look at him. You look to the side. And you got a tear come down his eye. You think he's faking that shit, bro? Hell no. Verse 10. To another, the working of miracles. And you're gonna see that, man.
That's right.
It's coming.
That's coming real soon.
There's spiritual power coming, man. And we, like I said before, we believe it's gonna start with our apostles.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna manifest miracles through His men, man. You know.
We're gonna relive. We're reliving the Book of Acts now, man.
That's right. That's right.
You don't think the Lord is gonna bestow the men that was one of the first ones to be doing this? Because they're coming in the lots as the apostles back then, man. So that's right. I believe, like the brother said, man, they're gonna be the first one to get that power, man. Yeah. Whether it be something small, just as speaking in tongues, man. You know, because it's already being shown that they can do that already, man.
And these miracles are happening right now. Right. You see brothers doing that right now.
Right.
You see a brother pull a precept. Oh man, I had that same precept. That's a miracle, man.
Right. Right.
Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop. Y'all playing with it.
I'm gonna give you a precept in a minute.
Go ahead.
You gotta know. I gotta find it.
Yeah, bet. Miracles to another prophecy. Okay, so you got a camp, and then you got another brother that's with the prophecy. You know, he can watch the news. You know what scripture to bring out. He knows how to discern this and that. Yeah. All right. Measuring the time diligently, maybe better than other brothers, and putting the spirit on other brothers to get on that level. Okay, prophecy, man. That's really what this is the main thing. Prophecy. To another, discerning of spirits. So you can get another brother that knows how to read spirits better than everybody else in the camp. Okay? You might see someone. Word, discerning of spirits. That's a major thing. And you got to pray for that spirit, man. Discernment. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't get the spirit of discernment on you in the day of trouble, hey, man, you out there naked, straight up.
If I can add on to that, man, because... And that is a very heavy lot, man. Because you ever just call a brother and be like, "Hey, man, how you feel about this dude? You feel me? Just how you feel about this guy, man?" Because maybe that brother who brought it up to the attention, just like, man, I don't really know about this dude, man. Right. I feel like it's something. He could be a man of the Lord, but I'm not too sure about him. If I can be honest, you know what I'm saying? That brother may be feeling the same exact way, man.
And it needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to discern that spirit. Okay, yeah. Now we have an issue. We need to discuss this. Okay. So if nobody has that spirit of a spiritual discernment, man, your thing's not gonna last. It's basically of man. It's not of the Lord. Okay.
Pretty much your building gonna fall, man, because you ain't. Things ain't gotta be said between the whole congregation, because the things ain't gotta be said within the brothers for brothers to feel. Let's say you use a precept thing as an example, man. Through the spirit, hey, brother could hear something that was said, and like, boom, I don't get this precept, and you pull it, and some brothers will be like, hey, that's the spirit. You know, that's the same thing where if brothers got funny feelings, you know, especially about somebody or whatever. You call brothers up, like, you know, how you feel about blah blah. Same answer. You know, we're one body.
Because you was thinking, he's like, you know what? The spirit told me to call this brother to see if he's on the same level as me. Right. I just think he might be. Let me see. Sure enough.
Because you gotta remember, we brought out earlier. We is one body, man. Sure. It's like how you have your physical body, man. Right, you have your hands, your arms, your legs, your feet.
Right.
What's all controlling that? Your brain. Yep. Your Hawashai is that nucleus. That's and through that, he's manifesting movement through all his different forms of the body, man. But the spiritual power aspect you spoke on earlier, I'm going to touch on that, man, because the Lord is giving us spiritual power on this low level we are on right now.
God.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 20. And it reads, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. Right? So you go into that word unction.
Go ahead.
In the Greek, I believe the word is charisma, I believe. If I say it wrong. And so it says, and by it they were regarded as endowed by the Holy Spirit and divine gifts. That's spiritual power, man.
Spiritual power,
That's
bro.
spiritual power, man.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to be able to understand the dark parables, the mysteries of the scriptures, that's a form of spiritual power right now, man. Because you got to remember, the whole earth wasn't given this gift, man. Because this is what the truth is. This is a gift that the Lord given unto us, man.
That's right.
So
it starts like that. The powers are gonna come like that with like wisdom and with your mind. Before you're out there like final flash, you ain't gonna do. We're not on that level. You know? It starts. You know what I'm saying? It starts like this, bro. You know, we're gonna get there. There's steps to that, okay? And yes, that's something that's coming, but it's steps to it, bro. You know, and you gotta believe that that's something that the Lord's gonna give you, but at the same time, bro, you gotta bring it up. You gotta build yourself up. All right. It starts with faith. It starts with finding your lot. Right. So again, it's another brother, a spirit of prophecy, and then it says another brother discerning the spirits, and another diverse kinds of tongues. Okay, so you got a brother that speaks Spanish. This brother speaks Spanish. The brother Ash in our camp, he speaks Spanish. You go to the GMS Holland. Them brothers speak English, Dutch, same language. What's it, French?
That's a heavy talent.
Yeah.
Hey, brother from Select, real quick, the brother from London, he speaks Latin. He speaks all different types of languages.
That's a level of
like
language.
speaks Italian.
Yeah, you see that?
So show you, hey, the things that you consider low things is heavy spiritual talents, man. And the Lord's only going to intensify that from here. This is only the beginning.
Right.
See Israel wake up to the point we have right now is spiritual power itself, man. So how much more when the Lord fully endowed on his people? Yeah. You're gonna be seeing true Super Saiyans out here, man. They're just about to go here, man.
You got some, Elder?
Oh no, y'all brothers, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and like the brother said, man, that's coming. That is coming. You're gonna see that in the flesh. But first, it's gonna. That's why you gotta be paying attention now. Find out who the men of the Lord are, and then follow in their steps. Yeah, you do have to follow man to a certain extent. If that man is following Hamashiach, then you follow that man. Okay.
The spirit show you what I was talking about, because this message, if it's for one person, there's a brother on the comment board that said, man, he's from a small Edomite village in England.
That's heavy.
Let's show you that. And this word reaching all throughout the four corners, man. Shalom on you too, brother. All the other brothers on the comment board, man. I'm gonna show you if we can reach one person. Now, one person can take the word and go teach. And you see, you got the brother in Puerto Rico. Different countries that you would never think the word would be in, man.
Our brothers from West Side Africa still.
Quick precept.
Go ahead, Aki.
The brother was talking about this word being pushed, is going out. Like on the comment board, like the brothers mentioned here, Oski Mass, Shalom from a small village in England. Things like that, man. You got brothers in the Netherlands, Australia, watching the video. But all this is prophecy. I'm going to grab that. Isaiah 62, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Isaiah chapter 62, verse 10. Go through the gates. Prepare, and when you go into this word gates, it means the marketplace to make public. But it says, prepare your way of the people, cast up the highway, gather the stones, lift up a standard for the people. Verse 11, the point. Behold, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, hath proclaimed unto the end of the world, say ye to the daughter of Zion, behold, thy salvation cometh, behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. But the point, to the ends of the world, man. How's that going out through this unicorn, man? Brothers is watching videos at nighttime on one side of the world, brothers is in the daytime watching videos on the other side, man. And vice versa, man.
While you sleeping on this side of the world, brothers over there making videos, sitting in their living room making videos while you sleeping in the middle of the night.
All in different time zones, man. So the word of Yahweh Shem Shai is working full clock, full round, man.
Hey, precept. This Sirach 36 and 11. It says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
Yep.
O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name.
That's right.
And upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn.
That's right.
Be, O merciful, unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the city of thy rest.
Mm-hmm.
Fill Zion with unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory.
That's right.
And that's what you're seeing, man. And the Lord is having mercy on the 12 tribes by bringing them back into remembrance of who they once were, which is the tribe, which is Israel, man.
God.
We're not Negroes, we're not Latinos, we're not Native Americans, we're not niggas, spicks, and wetbacks, man.
That's right.
We're the chosen people of God, Yasharallah, man. The princes of the power, man. We have significance in this world, man.
That's right.
We're the chosen people.
That's right.
The Lord has shown the mercy upon us to bring us back into remembrance of who we were, man. And those oracles that's being shown is the talent that He's given them brothers to be able to push this word, man.
That's
you
right.
go on YouTube and you get flooded with videos from actual brothers prophesying on the highways and byways. The brothers sit down. The brothers making the beautiful videos that's, giving you inspiration to go and think of how the kingdom's going to be, man. Words can't be put in explanation, but you're still seeing brothers putting videos on how our women going to be back in order, or how we going to have spiritual powers, how the kingdom's going to look, man, how we can rule in unity with the animals and whatnot. Hey, just different things is being shown, man, because the inspiration is being put back in us to remember of how the promises was made going back from all the way from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
Right. That's why the kingdom of heaven starts with us, man.
Right.
You know?
Kind.
Like how Shai said, man. We're the kingdom, man. It said the kingdom is at hand. The scriptures say that, man. You know what I'm saying? Starting with us, and what are we doing? We're building that house. Yahweh Shai, the foundation.
Foundation.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like the brother was making an example earlier, the different diversities of the gifts. You got brothers putting up the windows. You got certain brothers putting up the lights. Certain brothers is putting the doorknobs on the door, fixing the cabinets, whatever their office is to build that house up. This is how we doing in the spirit.
I got a little bit more. Say, give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
Yeah, the ones that said that thou hast possessed from the beginning, man. The elect were with Yahweh Shai from the beginning, man. From the creation, man. First fruits. Those men are back today. And what was that last part again?
It says, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
Right, and raise up prophets which have been in thy name. So that's prophecy. The prophets are back, man. Claiming the name of Yahweh Shai, as it tells you in Isaiah, the 44th chapter, that he was going to raise the elect up. Matter of fact, get that real quick.
Isaiah 44 and what?
Start at the top and read down to like 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. It says, Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun,
keep going,
whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty.
Yeah, which is his knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Go ahead.
And floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring.
Right, you see? So that's going into the offspring of the elect, man. Go ahead.
And they shall spring up as among the grass.
You see, and that's why you having the true prophets are back in the earth today. You know what I'm saying? Really, you can tie that into all these camps that are, pushing Israel, but really, the point I'm making is with the true prophets, man, being back. Go ahead.
As well as by the water courses. One shall say, I am the Lord's.
Come on.
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
Is that not happening? Didn't the book of Baruch tell you in the land of their captivity they should remember themselves? Come on, man. That's why these devils is bugging the hell out right now, man. Because prophecy has been being fulfilled, man. The true election is standing back upon their feet as that great exceeding army, as it tells you in Ezekiel 37, man. The house of David, man.
Real quick, precept.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Those same prophets of old, man, are being risen up again, man.
And if I can add to you, this is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's how we know that the prophets are back, man. You know, because the Lord said He was going to raise up the prophets at the end, right? Throughout all different captivities of Israel, did not the Lord raise up prophets to prophesy the end of that captivity?
Yeah. Towards the tail end of each one of those kingdoms, He always gave you a fair warning. Okay, he gave all those kingdoms a fair warning. He lifted up certain men, whether you want to kill them or whatever the hell you want to do with them. The Lord raised them up, and then sure enough, those prophecies came to pass. Your kingdom fell. Same thing is going to happen to America, the United States, all right, to the beast, okay, all right, to Babylon the Great, the whole beast system, the whole thing's going to fall down, okay, and it's being prophesied right now, today. It's 2019, you see it, okay. You can't say that this shit is, this shit ain't fake. Hey, look, it's happening, and we're bringing it out, okay? You don't have to believe the Bible. You say you're a Christian. We're reading the same Bible you read, are we not?
That's right. God.
Okay?
You just don't read yours.
You just don't read. Yeah, yours is sitting on, the difference is yours is sitting on the coffee table collecting dust.
Yep.
All right, well, ours is falling apart.
Right.
Okay, because we keep flipping through the pages.
God.
All right? That's the difference. All right? And we believe in you don't. You really don't. You're faking the funk.
And you mad at us because we have the faith.
Right. Because when push comes to shove and then you getting tested for your belief, you're going to fold. We're going to stand for ours, Lord willing.
God.
Yeah, Lord willing, like you said, man. We don't know. We just don't. Yeah, I don't want to rock this out. Lord willing, Yahbashim Yahshua, keep the spirit on all Akim, call Akim out there to continue to push this work. All right? Because it is going to get tough out here.
God.
It's gonna get tough out here. Look, consider the brothers in San Francisco. Those brothers all over the damn news. Those brothers in San Francisco, they're all over the national news right now. You understand what's going through their heads right now?
God.
All right, we gotta be understanding to that. All right, because the same thing that they're going through. Yeah, they're going through it right now.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
We may go through the same thing over here, and the brothers in Holland may go through the same thing over there. But the elders in New York will go through the same thing over there. Jersey, same thing over there. Des Moines, wherever brothers is at. All right.
That's right.
You don't know where it's gonna happen. Okay. This persecution, this hell is gonna come, and then eventually, Yahweh Shemi Yahushua is gonna put the spirit on our enemy Esau to go ahead and just pull the plug on everything. Then that's when the famine of the word comes. All you people out there who are putting this thing off, you're gonna start searching for us. You ain't gonna be able to find us. Okay. Yep. That's why now's the time to gain this knowledge and wisdom, because if you don't have it now, if you don't have it in that day, bro, you're not gonna be stable. You're gonna fall. Okay. Anybody?
You got to finish yours?
Well, that was it on the one that I had, but I have another one.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 14. It says, "Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy."
God, that's a good one.
With the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. So the scriptures say, "Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy." Man, this has been prophesied, man. Because the prophets of old are back here again, man. And it was prophesied, like the brother said, that the Lord will set up the prophets at the end, man.
Imagine if the elders neglected the gift.
Man, we'll be like how we were before we came into the truth, man. Because our so-called elders of the world let us down. They didn't do what they do. These old head niggas, man.
My uncles, my grandfather.
We be just like them, man. Through the diligence and through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua that's put on our elders and apostles, man. We were given this gift, this is what we're doing, man.
That's right.
So that we can freely give to y'all brothers, man.
Men of action leading by example, man.
Exactly.
We trying to become those men. We are, the Lord willing, we be those men. But with that being said, Lord willing, Akim Wakim, brothers and sisters, was edified through the Spirit, man. We want to say, call, Hello, Yablai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Qadash. Double honors to our elders and our apostles at Great Millstone who rule up for teaching us this truth. And salutation to the elect, Habachayar. Shalom.
Shalom.